ways to make any freeze unique. The easy way. Let's go. Oh, we're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning. We're back down. We're going through headstand, head spin. Don't fall, don't fall. Hit, hit, hit. Yeah. Okay, for the first concept or way, I want to talk to you guys about using a broom. No, just kidding. We're gonna use this as an example though. So the issue with me teaching you guys unique freezes is that then they are no longer unique, sir. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys 3 concepts to turn any freeze into a unique freeze. These are really easy ways to do it, because for me to be like, oh, we will balance on here and do this thread and do this crazy thing, that's for you guys to do. Okay, use your own mind, use your own creativity to kind of create the actual details of it. Rather than just teaching you the unique freezes themselves, I want to teach you how to make as many unique freezes as you can, and in any position you want. Because how many ways do you have to do like a simple baby freeze? And there's a lot of ways we can make little tweaks to add crazy flavor to them. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys today. So firstly, concept number 1, we have your up, down, side, side, diagonal, 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 diagonal. So let's take this broom handle, this, right? We bring it up, gets higher. Bring it lower, gets lower. We turn it sideways, it's now sideways. Over here, sideways. If we lower on either side, then we hit our diagonals, okay? So we have all this space in here, right? With freezes, we can do the exact same thing if we apply that simplistic concept to it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's as simple as higher, lower, sideways, sideways, and then with a lean, it becomes diagonal, okay? So, my God, so noisy today. Let's take a headstand, right? Go to basic headstand position. If we suddenly, say this is our basic, we have our fronts, we have our hips, we have our ups. What if we lower, right? Now we're in a different freeze, we're in a pike freeze. Now what if we went side to side? Side, and then what about diagonals? Down, down. But what if you play with all of those middle points? So going higher, lower, diagonal, side to side, right? Pick a shape, okay? Any shape. Let's say a Nike position, okay? So, basic Nike, side, right? Now, what if we raise it up completely? Oh, now we're in a completely different position. What if we lower it completely? Again, now we're in a completely different position. What if we go diagonal? Again, different position. You see, just by changing that shape there, I got all those different positions. Once you kind of get to one of those positions, then complicate it, right? But first, if you just play with that in any angle, you suddenly get this completely different movement, right? So then, let's say again, I went up like this. Now add something complicated. Grab a foot. Now I just made a unique freeze. I didn't even think about it. Let's try again. Let's go this leg, right? Let's go down here now, and then maybe grab my arm. Boom. Too easy? Okay. Let's maybe grab that back foot. Hit. Try again. Here, and hit, right? So, baby freeze here, right? This one's gonna be harder. So we have up, down, side, behind, like that, right? Let's bring our head off the ground, then lower it. See, now we have to complete a different position. This is a whole different kind of baby freeze. Then, add something different to it, maybe. Grab your foot, right? Or, let's try going backwards, sideways, like we did before, here. Now we have something different again. Then maybe, grab your arm. Let's take a figure 4 this time. What happens if we raise it up? Oh, now we're in a completely different position. Oh, then I can change my head positioning. I go down here. I could maybe bring that foot down and then go up. Again, I just made another freeze, right? Now let's take like a basic handstand. Because again, a basic handstand, both hands on the ground. We're like, we want to go one-handed air freezes, do all this crazy stuff. What about a handstand? Have you gone to a handstand and played with all those different angles yet? Because I guarantee you probably haven't. And if you have, props to you. But for me too, like how many variations of that do you have? Everyone's like, handstand's not a freeze. It's like, why? Look at someone like Rockstrike. Rockstrike uses this style to create like 30 different variations of basic freezes. He does like 8 freezes per round. How can those all be crazy unique? Well, the reality is they're not all insanely unique, but they all have those touches of uniqueness to it. They all have those different positioning. And this is an example of how to put that in there. Taking a basic positioning, here. Now, what if we went diagonal, right? As soon as we start going sideways, we have that whole realm to play with freezes. So let's try and hit a freeze over there, right? Just a simple lean, boom, different freeze. So going straight up for the handstand obviously isn't gonna look that good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna add the diagonal into it. So let's take again that same position like this, but go up, freeze, right? Maybe it's not the most amazing thing in the world, so then once you find a position that you kind of like up there, what can you make out of it? Then make it unique, then add your stuff to it. So here, right? Then I suddenly got a freeze. Let's see if we can do something more basic, maybe just like an open leg, right? So here, but what if we did lower? Then because my legs are so close to my hand, maybe I can balance on my hand, right? So like going here. And then I'm like, well, I don't really like that second leg, so what if I bent it behind me? Maybe like this. You know what I mean? And maybe you hate it, maybe you don't, but the reality is that's opening your brain up to all these different positions and ideas and things, and this is how you creatively charge your maybe non-creative practice, is by adding these, like scientific, if you want to call it, ways of doing it. These kind of logical angles and mathematics or physics or whatever you want to say. All right, number 2, I want to talk to you guys about weight transferring and leaning now. This is a huge one for me personally because I started working on transfer styles, as some of you know. So how I've started doing that is also just by literally going to random positions and being like, can I lean here and hold myself off my body? It's all been literally just like, if I lean here, what happens? Is it possible to hold myself up here? Can I move myself around? Literally just by learning how to change my weight from side to front to back to diagonal. And this is again a big one for freezes because go to any position. I really challenge you to get weird with this and to try doing things you'd never think you could do because you're gonna surprise yourself at what you can hold. If 2 rocks can balance on their tips, we can balance our body on weird positions too, especially because we can move a lot more agilely. I don't know that's the word, but we're using it. Let's go to like a kick out position. How can I turn this into a freeze? What if I lean this way? Okay, I could easily leverage down and go into a side chair or a baby or whatever, but that's too easy. What about being able to just balance with my straight arm? Is that possible? If I lean here, maybe not. Up here, oh, there's something. Up here, leaning, and then what if I bring my other foot to my hand now, like to here? Yep, that's something, I could do that. Well, that's only a freeze. Now, what about going forwards? Well, if I bend this leg in, I could easily go to something like this, right? Leaning forwards, that's easy. But what if I keep this position here? Well, holding like that might be kind of challenging, but if I get rid of the height of this foot, and then come lower, that's pretty easy. Now let's go to a completely different position, like 2-step front to hop rock, okay? What can I do here? Well, it's pretty easy to go to handstands and lean anywhere. That should be pretty obvious for most people, but how can I kind of do something that maybe wouldn't be so obvious? Maybe I can like go through and balance off and hook my legs on either side. Is that possible? Or, oh, there's something. Hey, you see what I mean? Like, I'm literally making this up as I go. I have no idea what I'm doing. Again, I want to do it that way because I'm showing you how easy this can be if you just apply yourself and really experiment. Allow yourself to get weird with it. Now I'm going to give you guys a lot more easy examples, like your headstands, your baby freezes, etc. So, baby freeze, leaning any direction, front, slightly different freezes. Back, different freezes, right? Up, down. You know what I mean? So very easy to suddenly lean to one side and then I can play with everything around here, right? Shoulder freeze. Leaning up here, leaning forwards, going on it that way. Or maybe leaning up, taking that hand away. Or maybe going low, leaning down to here. You know what I mean? So many options. Just playing with that weight transferring and leaning of your body. I'm not going to stress too long on that because we could literally be here for hours and I know you guys get bored of my face. So we're gonna go to the next concept, number 3. All right, third and final concept, and that's fold and extension. Now, this you could very easily be like, oh, well, that's the same thing as going up and down with your legs. Stop. No, it's not. Because I'm not talking about folding and extending your legs. I'm talking about folding and extending your body, your torso, your upper body, okay? Let's take like a side chair. Okay, here. This one's straight. What happens if I bring my head in and bend all the way here? Wow, would you look at that? I'm in a different freeze. And I can do anything I want here. Boom, boom, boom. Grab my foot, going up. What if I extend? So I have a very unflexible back, so this is bad for me, but you know, if you're dope at it, you can go all the way back here, something. Same with like a headstand. Basic headstand, we obviously straighten our back, but if we fold it in, suddenly we get something different. And if we extend it back, then we start to get hollow back stuff, right? Try to go to positions. This is obviously gonna be harder if you're on top of your head because it's hard on your neck, so really be careful with that. But if you're in lower freezes, this can really help you sometimes leverage your weight to actually be in a different position. And if you're like really just at your wit's end with creating a move or a variation, well, maybe if you go to baby freeze and you play with what happens if I extend? Well, if I extend anymore, I'm gonna fall off. So maybe allow yourself to fall off. And then go to a side chair, right? Maybe come in. What happens if you fold? So to go under yourself, maybe allow that to happen. And then go to a different freeze. You're like, but I wanted a baby freeze variation. Well, maybe you didn't. Maybe your body wanted you to go through, right? So sometimes follow the concept and forget the goal. Because if you follow the concept, it'll sometimes lead you to somewhere where you never thought you'd be able to go, and you wouldn't have ever got there if you didn't follow the concept and let go of that goal that you had in mind. So again, I know this concept's a little weird, but I'm telling you, there's moments where it will not work at all, but there's also moments where it's gonna literally like save your freeze and or make a freeze completely new for you. Now let's go with like an elbow freeze, okay? Because we haven't done many elbow freezes yet. So, fully extending or arching or hollowing your back or whatever you want to call. What could I do back there? So I'm like this, here. Maybe if I bring my head down on my elbow, boom. Suddenly, I'm starting to get a kind of different position that I've literally never done before. What if I'm folding? So rather than here, I'm going fold down to here. Rather than here, going. It suddenly starts to create stuff that you've never ever did before. And that's the point of this tutorial. I hope this helped you guys learn something. Those are my 3 concepts. Apply them, use them, flip them to get the crazy, unique moves that we're all capable of doing. Thanks so much for watching. This is your boy, Magnus.Magneto from Now and Never Crew. If you like this video, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought, what you'd like to see next. Like the video, subscribe, and smash the bell button for more videos. Peace. Before you go, if you're not completely sick of my face already, don't forget to get my free course, Breaking Made Simple. To access the course, all you have to do is go to the link down below. To get the free download, all you have to do is join the Facebook group, Breaking Made Simple, which is a hub for people to learn, grow, and just get better and become the best B-boys they possibly can, man. And B-girls.